नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का मेरे इस न्यू वीडियो में और आपके अपने YouTube चैनल मज़ेदार रीडिंग में। आज हम लोग करने आ रहे हैं चैप्टर नंबर 9 की रीडिंग। पॉलिटिकल साइंस टेक्स्ट बुक की NCERT का चैप्टर ये है पब्लिक फैसिलिटीज़। ठीक है, आपको पहले ही बता दूं दोस्तों कि मैं आपके लिए केवल रीडिंग करके देता हूँ और आपके लिए नोट्स या फिर आपको समझाता नहीं हूँ। ठीक है, मैं सिर्फ रीडिंग क्यों कर रहा हूँ दोस्तों, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे बच्चे होंगे जिनको कि बस बुक जो कि सब कुछ समझ चुके होंगे, ठीक है, लेकिन उन्होंने बस बुक रीडिंग नहीं की होगी। या बहुत सारे ऐसे बच्चे भी होंगे जिनको कुछ नहीं समझ में आता है, फिर भी उनको मतलब उनको दिक्कत होती है यार रीडिंग करने में। 4-5 दिन लगा देते हैं, एक चैप्टर ख़त्म होता नहीं है रीडिंग का, उनको समझ ही नहीं आता क्या रीडिंग करें क्या नहीं रीडिंग करें। ठीक है, तो मैं आपके लिए होलिस्टिकली पूरी किताब की रीडिंग करता हूँ दोस्तों, और वो चैप्टर आपका पूरा रीडिंग इनडायरेक्टली कंप्लीट करवा देता हूँ। इनडायरेक्टली इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि रीडिंग मैं करता हूँ लेकिन काम आपका होता है। ठीक है, तो इसीलिए बोल रहा हूँ दोस्तों। ठीक है, तो चलिए आपका बिना टाइम वेस्ट किए हुए हम लोग शुरू करते हैं। अमू एंड कुमार, पब्लिक फैसिलिटीज़। अमू एंड कुमार आर ट्रैवलिंग थ्रू चेन्नई इन अ बस. As they go around the city, they observe the water facilities available in different parts of Chennai. ये राम गोपाल अन्ना नगर है ये, फिर ये है सईदापेट, पद्मा, मादीपक्कम, Mylapore. Water and people of Chennai. Senior government officials like Mr. Ram Gopal live in Anna Nagar, Chennai. This area looks lush and green with lawns maintained by generous spraying of water. Bungalows here have tap water for major part of the day. Bungalows here have tap water for major part of the day. On days when the water supply is inadequate, Mr. Ram Gopal speaks to a senior official whom he knows in the municipal water board, and a water tanker is easily arranged for his house. Like most areas of the city, Subramanian's apartments in Mylapore suffers from water shortage. This area gets municipal water once in 2 days. A private borewell meets some of the residents' water needs. Borewell water is, however, brackish, so the residents use it in their toilets and for washing. For other uses, water is purchased from tankers. Subramanian spends up to rupees 500 to 600 per month on buying water from the tankers. For drinking water, residents have installed water purification systems in their homes. Siva lives on rent on the first floor of a house in Madipakkam and gets water once in 4 days. Shortage of water is one major reason why Shiva can't bring his family to Chennai. For drinking, Siva buys bottled water. Padma works as a domestic help in Saidapet and lives in the nearby slum. She pays a rent of rupees 650 for the hutment, which has neither a bathroom nor a tap connection. For 30 such hutments, there is a common tap at one corner in which water comes from a borewell for 20 minutes twice daily. A family gets to fill a maximum of 3 buckets within this time. The same water is used for washing and drinking. In summer, the flow becomes a trickle, so that one family gets water only at the cost of another. People have to wait long hours for water tankers. ये दोस्तों कुछ क्वेश्चंस दे रखे हैं जो इंपॉर्टेंट है, आप अपने टीचर से डिस्कस करके उसको आंसर कॉपी में लिख लें, वाटर या फिर याद कर लें, लेकिन टीचर से डिस्कस कर लीजिएगा। सारे क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होते, पहले बता रहा हूँ। वाटर एज पार्ट ऑफ द फंडामेंटल right to life. Water is essential for life and for good health. Not only is it necessary for us to be able to meet our daily needs, but safe drinking water can prevent many water related diseases. India has one of the largest number of cases of diseases such as diarrhea, dysentery, cholera. Over 1600 Indians, most of them below the age of 5, reportedly die every day because of water related diseases. These deaths can be prevented if people have access to safe drinking water. The Constitution of India recognizes the right to water as being a part of the right to life under Article 21. This means that it is the right of every person, whether rich or poor, to have sufficient amounts of water to fulfill his or her daily needs at a price that he or she can afford. In other words, there should be universal access to water. There have been several court cases in which both the High Courts and the Supreme Court have held that the right to safe drinking water is a fundamental right. More recently, in 2007, the Andhra Pradesh High Court restated this while hearing a case based on a letter written by a villager of Mahbub Mahbubnagar district on the contamination of drinking water. The villagers' complaint was that a textile company was discharging poisonous chemicals into a stream near his village, contaminating groundwater, which was the source of irrigation and drinking water. The judges directed the Mahbubnagar district collector to supply 25 liters of water to each person in the village. Right to water entitles everyone to sufficient, safe, acceptable, physically accessible and affordable water for personal and domestic use. यूनाइटेड नेशंस 2002, ये देखिए दोस्तों, यूनाइटेड नेशन का स्टेटमेंट है. पब्लिक फैसिलिटीज like water, there are other essential facilities that need to be provided for everyone. Last year you read about two other such families: healthcare and sanitation. Similarly, there are things like electricity, public transport, schools and colleges that are also necessary. These are known as public facilities. ये देखिए दोस्तों, तो टैंकर आया हुआ है, ये दिल्ली की बात है, यहाँ दिखा रखा है दिल्ली. और लोग पानी भर रहे हैं आराम से तो नहीं भरते, उनको दिक्कत हो जाती थी पानी भरने में, बहुत ही लाइन में खड़ा रहना पड़ता था और टाइम कम होता था. द इम्पॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ अ पब्लिक फैसिलिटी इज दैट once it is provided, its benefits can be shared by many people. For instance, a school in the village will enable many children to get educated. Similarly, the supply of electricity to an area can be useful for many people. Farmers can run pump sets to irrigate their fields. People can open small workshops that run on electricity. Students will find it easier to study, and most people in the village will benefit in some way or the other. The government's role. Given that public facilities are so important, someone must carry the responsibility of providing these to the people. This someone is the government. One of the most important functions of the government is to ensure that these public facilities are made available to everyone. Let us try and understand why the government and only the government must bear this responsibility. We have seen that private companies operate for profit in the market. You read about this in the chapter on the story of a shirt in your class 7 book. In most of the public facilities, there is no profit to be had. For example, what profit can accrue to a company for keeping the drains clean or running an anti-malaria campaign? A private company will probably not be interested in undertaking such work. But for other public facilities such as schools and hospitals, private companies may well be interested. We have many of these, particularly in large cities. Similarly, if you are living in a city, you will have seen private companies supplying water through tankers or supplying drinking water in sealed bottles. In such cases, private companies provide public facilities but at a price that only some people can afford. Hence, this facility is not available to all at an affordable rate. If we go by the rule that people will get as much as they can pay for, then many people who cannot afford to pay for such facilities will be deprived of the opportunity to live a decent life. The Indian Constitution guarantees the right to education for all children between the ages of 6 to 14 years. Equity in the school facilities available to all children is an important aspect of this right. However, activists and scholars working on education have documented the fact that schooling in India continues to be highly unequal. Clearly, this is not a desirable opinion. Public facilities relate to people's basic needs. Any modern society requires that these facilities are provided so that people's basic needs are met. The right to life that the Constitution guarantees is for all persons living in this country. The responsibility to provide public facilities therefore must be that of the government. Where does the government get money for public facilities? Every year you must have heard the government budget being presented in the parliament. This is an account of the expenses the government has made on its programs in the past year and how much it plans to spend in the coming year. In the budget, the government also announces the various ways in which it plans to meet these expenses. The main source of revenue for the government is the taxes collected from the people, and the government is empowered to collect these taxes and use them for such programs. For instance, the supply water. The government has to incur costs in pumping water, carrying it over long distances, laying down pipes for distribution, treating the water for impurities, and finally collecting and treating wastewater. It meets these expenses partly from the various taxes that it collects and partly by charging a price for water. This price is set so that most people can afford a certain minimum amount of water for daily use. अमू, यहाँ पे एक देखा एज अमू एंड कुमार राइड अराउंड चेन्नई, तो ये अमू एंड कुमार की स्टोरी दे रखी है दोस्तों, देख लेते हैं पढ़ के. अमू, डिड यू नोटिस दैट द रोड्स इन सैदापेट वेर सो बम्पी एंड विदाउट स्ट्रीट लाइट्स? आई वंडर व्हाट द प्लेस इज लाइक एट नाइट. कुमार, व्हाट बेटर कैन यू एक्सपेक्ट इन अ स्लम? अमू, व्हाई should slums be like that? Shouldn't they have public facilities? Kumar, I think public facilities are for all those who live in proper houses in colonies. They are the people who pay taxes. Amu, why do you say that? Slum dwellers are also citizens and they have rights too. Kumar, array, the government will go bankrupt this way. Amu, well, it has to find a way. Can you imagine what it would be like to live in a slum without proper roads, water, electricity? Kumar, Amu, our constitution recognizes many of the public facilities as being a part of the right to life. The government must see that these rights are protected so that everyone can lead a decent life. यहाँ दोस्तों क्वेश्चन दे रखा है, आप लोग देख लें इसे. इसी स्टोरी से रिलेटेड ही क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है. The government needs to play an active role in providing adequate access to proper health facilities for the entire population. This includes the eradication of preventable diseases like polio as shown in the above photograph. यहाँ कुछ क्वेश्चन है दोस्तों, आप लोग इसको देख लें, ठीक है. टीचर के साथ अपने डिस्कस करके ही देखें ये सब क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन जो होते हैं वो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होते हैं. Buses are the most important forms of public transport over short distances. It is the main link to the workplace for majority of the working people. With rapid urbanization, the public bus system, even in the major cities, has not been able to keep up with demand. As an alternative, the government has planned ambitious metro rail projects for Delhi and other metropolitan cities. Rupees 11,000 crore was spent from the government budget for the construction of the first segment of metro rail in Delhi using the latest technology. People have pointed out that this massive expenditure could have been avoided if only a fraction of this amount was spent on upgrading the public bus system. Would you agree? What do you think would be the solution for other regions in India? तो ये सब आप लोग देख सकते हैं दोस्तों, अपने टीचर से डिस्कस करके ये सब क्वेश्चन आप पूछ जरूर लें दोस्तों कि इंपॉर्टेंट है या नहीं है, ठीक है. वो आपको बता देंगे एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट है, कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं, ठीक है. वाटर सप्लाई टू चेन्नई, इज इट अवेलेबल टू ऑल? While there is no doubt that public facilities should be made available to all, in reality we see that there is a great shortage of such facilities. In the rest of this chapter, we will read about the provision of water, which, as we have seen, is a public facility of great importance. Water supply in Chennai, as we saw at the beginning of the chapter, is marked by shortages. Municipal supply meets only about half the needs of the people of the city. On an average, there are areas which get water more regularly than others. Those areas that are close to the shortage points get more water, whereas colonies further away receive less water. The burden of shortfalls in water supply falls mostly on the poor. The middle class, when faced with water shortages, are able to cope through a variety of private means such as digging borewells, buying water from tankers, and using bottled water for drinking. Apart from the availability of water, access to safe drinking water is also available to some, and this depends on what one can afford. Once again, the wealthy have more choices thanks to the booming market in bottled water and water purifiers. People who can afford it have safe drinking water, whereas the poor are again left out. In reality, therefore, it seems that it is only people with money who have the right to water. A far cry from the goal of universal access to sufficient and safe water. In rural areas, water is needed both for human use and for use by the cattle. The sources of water are wells, hand pumps, ponds, and sometimes overhead tanks. Much of these are privately owned. Compared to the urban areas, there is an even greater shortage of public water supply in rural areas. Taking water from farmers. The shortage of water has opened up opportunities for private companies in a big way. Many private companies are providing water to cities by buying it from places around the city. In Chennai, water is taken from nearby towns like Mamandur, Palur, Karungizi, and from places to the north of the city, using a fleet of over 13,000 water tankers. Every month, the water dealers pay farmers an advance for the rights to exploit water sources on their land. This is water taken away not just from agriculture but also from the drinking water supplies of the villagers. Groundwater levels have dropped drastically in all these towns and villages as a result. In search of alternatives, the situation in Chennai is not unique. A similar scenario of shortages and acute crisis during the summer months is common to other cities of India. The shortage in municipal water is increasingly being filled by an expansion of private companies who are selling water for profit. Also, common are the great inequalities in water use. The supply of water per person in an urban area in India should be about 135 liters per day, about 7 buckets, a standard set by the Urban Water Commission, whereas people in slums have to make do with less than 20 liters a day per person, 1 bucket. People have people living in luxury hotels may consume as much as 1600 liters, 80 buckets of water per day. A shortage of municipal water is often taken as a sign of failure of the government. Some people argue that since the government is unable to supply the amount of water that is needed and many of the municipal water departments are running at a loss, we should allow private companies to take over the task of water supply. According to them, private companies can perform better. ये क्वेश्चन है दोस्तों, अपने टीचर के साथ मिलकर डिस्कस करें और उनसे पूछ लें कि इंपॉर्टेंट है या नहीं. कुछ क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, कुछ क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होते हैं. जो क्वेश्चन आपसे डायरेक्ट पूछते हैं कि इसके बारे में बताइए, इसके बारे में बताइए, तो ठीक है. लेकिन जो क्वेश्चन बोलते हैं अपने एरिया में सर्वे कीजिए, ये पता लगाइए, वो पता लगाइए, पता लगाने वाला सवाल जहाँ आ गया बेटा तो एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से उतना ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होता है जितना कि एक नॉर्मल डिसेंट सवाल होता है. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग फैक्ट्स. थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड water supply is a function of the government. There are few instances of private water supply. There are areas in the world where public water supply has achieved universal access. See box below. तो box देखते हैं यहाँ पे. Public water supply in Porto Alegre. क्या ये Porto Alegre? अच्छा Alegre. Water. I am sorry दोस्तों if I am pronouncing it wrong. आदमी का ही बच्चा हूँ भाई, गलती हो सकती है. Public water supply in Porto Alegre. Porto Alegre is a city in Brazil. Though there are many poor people in this city, what is remarkable is that it has a far lower number of infant deaths as compared to most other cities of the world. The city's water department has achieved universal access to safe water, and this is the main reason behind the lower number of infant deaths. The average price of water is kept low, and the poor are charged half the basic rate. Whatever profit the department makes is used to improve the water supply. The working of the water department is transparent, and people can have a direct say in deciding which projects the department should take up. Through a process of public meetings, people hear what the managers have to say and also vote on their priorities. In a few cases where the responsibility for water supply was handed over to private companies, there was a steep rise in the price of water, making it unaffordable for many. Cities saw huge protests. Cities saw huge protests with riots breaking out in places like Bolivia, forcing the government to take back the service from private hands. Within India, there are cases of success in government water departments, though these are few number. Though these are few in number and limited to certain areas of their work, the water supply department in Mumbai raises enough money through water charges to cover its expenses on supplying water. In Hyderabad, a recent report shows that the department has increased coverage and improved performance in revenue collection. In Chennai, the department has taken several initiatives for harvesting rainwater to increase the level of groundwater. It has also used the services of private companies for transporting and distributing water, but the government water supply department decides the rate for water tankers and gives them permission to operate. Hence they are called on contract. ये कुछ क्वेश्चन है दोस्तों, अपने टीचर के साथ मिलकर डिस्कस कर लें. मुंबई suburban railway is well functioning public transport system. It is the densest route in the world, attending 265 lakh passengers daily, extending over a distance of 300 kilometers. These local trains allow people living far away from Mumbai to find work in the city. Note that the high cost of housing in cities makes it impossible for an average worker to live in the city. Extending sanitation facilities. Latrines for us. They exclaimed in astonishment. We go and perform our functions out in the open. Latrines are for you big people. Mahatma Gandhi recounting untouchables grievances. Rajkot Sanitation Committee, 1896. Besides safe drinking water, sanitation is a must in prevention of waterborne diseases. However, the sanitation coverage in India is even lower than that of water. Official figures for 2001 show that 68% of the households in India have access to drinking water and about 36% have access to sanitation toilet facilities within the premises of residence. Once again, it is the poor, both in the rural and urban areas, who lack access to sanitation. Sulabh, a non-government organization, has been working for 3 decades to address the problems of sanitation facing low caste, low income people in India. It has constructed more than 7,500 public toilet blocks and 1.2 million private toilets, giving access to sanitation to 10 million people. The majority of the users of Sulabh facilities are from the poor working class. Sulabh enters into contracts with municipalities or other local authorities to construct toilet blocks with government funds. Local authorities provide land and funds for setting up the services, whereas maintenance costs are sometimes financed through user charges. For example, ₹1 is charged for the use of latrines in the cities. Next time you see a Sulabh, you might want to find out yourself how it functions. इसे आप लोग देख लें दोस्तों, इसी से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. The Census of India 2001 puts rural household electrification at 44%, leaving around 78 million households still in the dark. Conclusion, ये पिक्चर दे रखा है दोस्तों, इसको देख लीजिए इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन कैसे होता है. Conclusion, public facilities relate to our basic needs, and the Indian Indian Constitution recognizes the right to water, health, education, etc. as being a part of the right to life. Thus, one of the major roles of the government is to ensure adequate public facilities for everyone. But progress on this front has been far from satisfactory. There is a shortage in supply and there are inequalities in distribution. Compared to the metros and large cities, towns and villages are under-provided. Compared to wealthy localities, the poorer localities are underserviced. Handing over these facilities to private companies may not be the answer. Any solution needs to take account of the important fact that every citizen of the country has a right to these facilities, which should be provided to him or her in an equitable manner. तो इसी के साथ दोस्तों ये रीडिंग खत्म होता है और अब करेंगे ग्लॉसरी की रीडिंग। ग्लॉसरी में देखते हैं क्या है दोस्तों। ग्लॉसरी, सैनिटेशन, प्रोविजन ऑफ फैसिलिटीज फॉर द सेफ डिस्पोजल ऑफ ह्यूमन यूरिन एंड फीसिस. This is done by construction of toilets and pipes to carry the sewerage and treatment of wastewater. This is necessary so as to avoid contamination. Company. A company is a form of business set up by people or by the government. Those that are promoted and owned by individuals or groups are called private companies. For example, Tata Steel is a private company, whereas Indian Oil is a company run by the government. Universal access. Universal access is achieved when everyone has physical access to a good and can also afford it. For instance, a tap connection at home will allow physical access to water, and if the price of water is low or is provided free, everyone will be able to afford it. Basic needs, primary requirements of food, water, shelter, sanitation, healthcare and education necessary for survival. इसी के साथ दोस्तों ये चैप्टर हो जाता है कंप्लीट। आप लोग मस्ती कर सकते हैं। आप लोगों को बहुत बहुत बधाई, बहुत बहुत कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस कि आप लोग ये चैप्टर मेरे साथ रीडिंग कर चुके हैं। दोस्तों आपने इनडायरेक्टली रीडिंग कर लिया दोस्तों, मैंने रीडिंग किया आपके लिए। आपका सोचिए आपको रीडिंग करना भी ना पड़ा और आपका रीडिंग हो भी गया। हो गया ना, सांप भी मर गई और लाठी भी ना टूटा। देखिए दोस्तों हम लोगों ने देखिए 27 मिनट 9 सेकंड, मतलब हम लोगों ने 30 मिनट के पहले ये रीडिंग कंप्लीट कर लिया दोस्तों। अगर आप लोग चाहें तो इसको तो जब आप पहली बार देखेंगे तो आप तो पहले ये *1 के स्पीड पे देखा, फिर अगर आप अगर दूसरी बार देखेंगे तो दोस्तों आप उसको *1.25 पे देखिए, तीसरी बार 1.5 पे देखिए, चौथी बार 1.75 पे देखिए, पाँचवीं बार *2 पे देखिए दोस्तों। और ये 5 बार जो देखना नहीं, ये एक ही दिन में नहीं देखना है, ये देखना है हर 3-3 दिन के गैप में। जैसे आज आपने ये देखा, 3 दिन बाद और एक बार देख लीजिए, फिर 3 दिन बाद और एक बार देख लीजिए। स्पीड बढ़ते रहना चाहिए इसमें, ठीक है ना दोस्तों। ऐसे आपको मज़ा आ जाएगा और आप जब क्वेश्चन आंसर याद करेंगे ना तो आपको खट से याद हो जाएगा, सच बता रहा हूँ दोस्तों। तो रीडिंग करने का ना मन करे तो मेरे पास आए, ठीक है, मैं आपके लिए रीडिंग करके देता हूँ और आपका रीडिंग भी हो जाता है और आप बुक में देख भी सकते हैं दोस्तों, ठीक है। चलिए, तो अगर आपको मेरा एफर्ट्स पसंद आ रहा है तो आप लोग लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करके ज़रूर मेरा उत्साह बढ़ाएं और मेरे बेस्ट विशेष हमेशा आपके साथ रहते हैं दोस्तों। मिलता हूँ आपसे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। थैंक यू एंड हैव अ नाइस डे।